regularly with the salvors, and we discuss all the operations that they are planning to do. At the moment it's 3 times a day, and we go through it because of what normally would happen, we would actually be on the ship and monitoring what's going on the ship, but as you're well aware, this ship is in a very, very precarious position at the moment, and we have to limit the numbers on the vessel to ensure that we can get people off quickly in an emergency. So what we're doing, we're talking to the salvors on a regular basis and trying to understand what the processes are there to improve this particular pumping rate. At the present time, what the key area is that they have to maintain continuous pumping, and which is what are they doing at the moment. We're pumping out of the flight port into the bunker barge. That will continue. What they're trying to do is improve that method by possibly injecting water to lubricate the hoses to try to improve the flow. They're looking at possibilities of heating this cargo and trying to get heating down into the space to try to get it flowing more freely. Constantly they are reviewing all sorts of new methods to try to get this oil out, but at the same time they have to continue pumping, and that's the key focus. They've got to continue pumping this oil off the ship. As Bruce has mentioned, they're going down the engine room. They're now trying to do a separate system into the settling and service tanks. Those tanks hold approximately 200 plus tons. The separate system hopefully will be able to pump that. It will not be reliant on the system in number 5 port. We'll be able to pump that direct through the hose into the bunker barge. We're also looking at new hoses to take out their larger hoses to rig to the bunker barge. But you have to remember the difficulty is with all this equipment that they take out, it has to be manhandled. Nobody can actually, there's no winches, there's no cranes or anything at all. And as you can see from the pictures here, it is very difficult to operate on this particular listing ship. So everything has to be manhandled. And it is the same, Bruce has mentioned, they're also trying to address 5 starboard fuel tank. Again, that passageway, the starboard passageway, is contaminated with quite a bit of oil, which must have come from number 3 starboard. So they have to remove that oil to gain safe access to that particular area. Similarly, in the engine room, they've had an ingress in the engine room, but it's being controlled. But there is a layer of oil on the surface of the water in the engine room, which also has to be removed and skimmed out to other tanks, and then removed to the bunker barge. And as Bruce says, that we have to maintain continuous pumping, and we're looking at the system that they're putting in place to maintain continuous pumping. One of them is, as Bruce says, the difficulty we've had over the last week or so is Ananuia has difficulty maintaining station in certain seas. What we're hoping is that the G Canopus, the vessel with the DP capability, can actually be more flexible and stay there and load into tank containers on its aft deck.